say URA and Busoga United befitting to be the game to be played out here. With the holidays looming so close for some of these teams, you might forgive a couple of the players for already being on their way well into that holiday and probably not being 100% in here. But that will present a very different proposition for the Busoga side. They are pregnant with expectations and cannot be defied in a game where every single point, if they can earn just one or all three, will be extremely crucial to their relegation battle fight. They're still somewhere stuck down there, and it's all to do for them in this game. For URA, it's a chance to show the fans that they still have what it takes to be an A-lister side, and of course finish as high as they can. That's the proposition we'll bring up to you tonight in this game between URA Football Club and Busoga United, all the way from the eastern side, demanding, hoping, praying, insisting to stay in the top tier. My name is Jermaine Agesa. I am honored to continue being your commentator here tonight. John Vianen Simbe graces us with his presence in the commentary booth and will be the man in charge of the facts, the stats, and the tactics. Therefore, here fans standing up, not in very large numbers, but especially very vocal there. The few that do turn up always make it a point. As a cross is bent in, and a good serve coming in here. Superb cross from Anyuan Tege. And his partner up front there doing a brilliant job, Dixon Nwamanya. He is a real terror with that header. Somehow always seems to find it easier to use his head rather than his legs. And my oh my, superb header, matched with an equally brilliant save as the ball is brought in. A fumble in here. And the referee says that's a foul. As Godfrey Akol was looking to put the students one ahead.
Well, that was a good opportunity. Two quick opportunities in succession for this Busoga United. But you feel that they need to be clinical. When you get such chances, especially when you consider the position they are in on the table, they need to score. And Dixon Nwamanya should have done that to make it 2 league goals for him. A very good cross coming in from Anyuan Tege.
Well, URA will have to
following the result against KCC, somehow the performance of the team was not really that good, and probably that's the reason why they've made those changes.
For the moment, they're under pressure. Nice slipping pass there, beautiful one, and a shot goes wide from Saidi Cheyune. That was a beautiful, beautiful cross there from the wing, coming in from the man known as Hood Mliichi. For his, well, kind of size, that mobility was something else. It was actually Cromwell Rothomio who slices it in there. Shafiq Kuchi was supposed to finish it off, just could not get it, and Saidi Cheyune should have done better from that distance. Ball chipped in, nice interception running in, and that's a charge, and that should be a penalty. Should be a penalty because clearly that was inside there. Laban Tibita knew exactly what he was doing, just intercepted in front of the ball and whistled his way into that box area. I think the assistant referee here should have come to the aid of Deo Gracia's
appeal. Was it the assistant referee? Because I thought Deo Gracia's appeal was in the better position, because clearly when somebody gets into the penalty area, that's already a penalty. I don't think the assistant referee on the far end could see that better than
for this one. Makes a short run and takes on Alionzi, buries it into the back of the net. The students, Busoga United, in their quest for survival against relegation, are making a strong statement here against the tax collectors. 14 minutes, they start strong. They will look to finish in same measure and maybe, just might be, secure their future.
Yeah, that's a good start, and one that should give them a lot of confidence. For Anyuan Tege, 8th league goal, but also this used to be his hunting ground. He used to be a student at Ndeje University, so he knows his ways around this place quite well. Probably knew exactly where to place that ball, but that was a brilliantly executed penalty, taking the goalkeeper the wrong way, and one that you feel that from the balance of play, this Busoga United side clearly deserved to be in the lead.
Well, beautifully struck penalty, intensity, aggression, everything has merited the fact that Busoga deserve to be in the lead. Now, can they match that up with the intensity and tenacity? For showboating, for skills, for passes, this should be an exhibition match for them, as Joaquim Ojera is trying to turn on
in defense instead of also trying to ensure that they cause some danger to URA in the attack.
Well, here comes Shaka Sozi, launches a cross in, a first-time header. Well met, not well directed. Isaac Wagoina tried to get himself into proper position here. Probably didn't realize just how much time he had, because behind him was his teammate.
Yeah, he could have controlled that ball and picked his spot and given the goalkeeper.
URA, with the permission from the whistle, float it in, and the goalkeeper comes out in no man's land. What an opportunity, what a time to take a turn of the event. Patrick Mbowa in the 40th minute, somehow, against the run of play, against common sense, against sheer will, puts the ball into the back of the net and drags URA back in the game. Disappointment, Busoga. Disappointment, Andrew Sekandi. You should have done better.
Yeah, I think that when he came on, it was clear that he was not going to get to that ball, and maybe if he had come in a little earlier, and that's something that you feel that goalkeepers sometimes read the flight of the ball poorly, and that's exactly what he did. He crossed paths with his defenders and the ball, and that gave Patrick Mbowa that opportunity to just...
There's an option here. Long ball, whipped in towards the far post, and the ball is headed in. Goalkeeper once again at fault, and this time Cromwell Rothomio, a bang, will not be denied, and there are baby celebrations here. You could say for the fans of URA and the fan chairman here, another moment of ecstasy. But once again, catastrophic goalkeeping from Andrew Sekandi. He is a real bag of nerves, and they are going to cost Busoga at this rate.
Yeah, you can see how he struggles to handle the crosses. I was actually surprised that the coach there, Chikomeko, decided to change the goalkeeper from Nantamu Michael, who I feel that has been the better goalkeeper all season. And he dropped him and decided to go with Andrew Sekandi. For me, who was looked quite unsteady in between the posts. And you can just see that was an easy one to punch away. And in the should have headed it.
URA were right under the leash here, but now here comes Vianney Sekajugo breaking free with a chance. Cannot put it on target.
Yeah, that just tells you the story of his afternoon. He's just not had a good performance, and it shows even in the way he has executed that opportunity, because I don't understand how he could instead go for the near post instead of trying to hit that ball on the far side to elude the goalkeeper. But the near post, there was just no chance.
Beautiful layoff there and incisive through pass. That did come in here for Vianney Sekajugo from Cromwell Rothomio, trying to turn provider. Setting it here for support, looking in at twist 1-2, looking for Sekulima. Plays it all the way out onto the wing, looking for Herbert Onyango. Whips in a good cross for the far post! And what a super goal! Top-notch header! Dixon Nwamanya! Was that furtive? Was that scared? Was that worried? It was cold, premeditated, calculated, and now his coach will beg his goalkeeper not to mess it up. Thumping header that restores parity for Busoga.
Well, that is what you expect, and that is what you need from your striker, especially one that is as big as Dixon Nwamanya as a 6-footer. He needs to show his presence in that penalty area, and thankfully he did exactly that. That delivery coming in from his teammate there, long one from Busoga, and then bang, and you see that size and how much it counts. He just towered over. Actually, it was Onyango who delivered it. It was a sweet delivery, because I've not seen Onyango make such kinds of deliveries, but that one was really sweet, precise, concise, and accurate. And Dixon did let him down. He put it in the back of the net, and one that you think that the people in Busoga will be celebrating all night.
Just about to say exactly the same thing here. Herbert Onyango coming in. Herbert is another animal altogether in this second half. And now here comes the substitute, Peter Onzima, making the run. Looks for the cutback. That was a chance. That was the opportunity. Mustafa Nywaruntege quite nearly put that in. Oh, what a moment that would be.
Yeah, definitely that should have been a goal number 9 for him in the season. And I think it was just a lack of technique. Onzima did the job quite well, and then he delivered an invited cross. That was just a technique. He just needed to bend a little low to glance that ball. He didn't need to lift it on the top of his head. And that should have been in the back of the net, 3-2.
Talked about your Dixon Nwamanya carrying the ball all the way from the defense. Now feeds it to Nywaruntege, who gets it on to Shaka Sozi, who opens it up once again for Ntege. Can Ntege create the space here for Onzima? And it flashes across goal. Busoga with a well-worked team effort there that surely deserves something at the back end. And for Nywaruntege, the frustration quite evident, looks close to tears there. That was well worked. That should have deserved a goal at the very end. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, good technique there coming in now from Anwanteke, but the combination between him and Shaka Sozi, who found that space in and laid the pass on into his path. I thought that was brilliant player, and his application there just needed to get the angling better. And
his captain Kajimu Shafiq back to Saidi Cheyune. Those two combining once again with the ones and twos, looking to break away. Heavy tackle.
Kromerothomio onside.
Thankless task here of being the man officiating. But once again, the man in the center getting it right. As Dixon Niwamanya enlists a shot, and Peter Onzima has a chance to finish it off and just goes straight to the goalkeeper. Busoga United presented the golden spoon stuck to their mouth, and they still wouldn't swallow.
Well, that was an opportunity that you feel that Peter Onzima is going to rule. What an opportunity it would have been for him to get that goal and steal the headlines. And one that you feel that there was no pressure on him. He just needed to lift that ball over the goalkeeper. And he spanned it, and very big disappointment, I'm sure, coming in now from the coach there, Abe Chikomeko, because at 3-2 and with just 18 minutes, then you think that maybe it's one that a result would be assured for this Busoga side.
Well, that was an opportunity that many players fancy, that many players dream about. Peter Onzima was presented with one in the moment there. Not many players had two wits about it. He was quick to get to the ball, but you wonder why he was quick to take the shot when he had the time to figure out.
Forward striker. Clearly, he found himself in territory that he was not really familiar with and didn't know exactly how to apply himself.
Uncharted waters, but here comes another break, and the shot is into the back of the net. There will be no stopping them. There will be no denying them. The substitute inspired genius from Abechi Komeko, and Paul Sekulima delivers the stinging blow that now puts the students firmly in the lead of this game, and their fate right in their own hands. Busoga 3, URA 2.
Well, that was a brilliant move, I can tell you, Jermaine. Just look at the take from Anwanteke, really playing as a captain, really inspiring his team. He collects the ball from deep in the midfield, makes that run, and then he sort of like drops a dummy there, and they think that he's going to play the ball on the lower side, and instead he waits for the oncoming and late arriving Sekulima, who takes a shot that takes a weird bounce and into the back of the net. It was always going to be difficult for Anafian Alionzi. Once that ball takes that bounce before he dives, it was always going to be, you see that bounce, it was always going to evade him, because once it takes the bounce before he lays his hand on the ground, it just flies over him. And Sekulima, I'm sure this is the kind of thing that he has been dreaming about.
It's Abe Chikomeko. I wouldn't be shocked knowing how Abe Chikomeko is a maverick if he switches his goalkeeper in this instance. But for the moment, they have a breakaway, and then Uruntege puts the ball out here. It was actually another opportunity here for Sekulima, who had beaten that brilliant run, managed to get himself into contention there. Nice lift off there from Shaka Sozi, just between the goalkeeper and the defenders. Took the slip in, unfortunately wasn't on target. In ascendance, Niwamanya plays it on here. Onzima badging off his marker and gets a bit of space and creates separation here. Turning one way, then the other, looking for support, and instead crosses it. The player they wanted is not there, but there was options in the box area, notably in Paul Sekulima, and the shot comes from distance. That was troubling Busoga. Less than 4. And the referee determines that that is the end. That shrill of the whistle rings as loudly as trumpets beckoning people home in heaven, because clearly it is heaven for these players. Anywaru Mustafa Ntege, the man that set things in motion with a penalty. Paul Sekulima with an inspired substitution and causing major damage. His goal securing all 3 points. And of course, Niwamanya was in there, and the celebrations can now begin in earnest for the students, because as it is at the Arena of Visions, the vision for season 2022-2023 has been realized. It will still be Mission SUPL, Mission Star Times Uganda Premier League, Mission Top Flight for the students. Quite the deserved prize from their performance, quite the inspired performance from them, and finally they can breathe easy. Full time at the Arena of Visions in Deje. It's URA